Coming up next on The Jeff Crilley Show, she is a living legend in the world of dance. Her incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is The Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, let's face it, we have a mental health pandemic right now because of COVID, because so many of our young people were home remote learning and distancing themselves from their friends. We really do have a mental health crisis going on, and there's different ways to address that. You could have a school counselor talk to them, or you can enroll them in Kim McSwain's program. Kim is my new best friend.
Yes.
She is the founder of KM Agency.
Yes.
And, tell us more about KM Agency.
KM Agency is, it's my passion. It is my heart, and it is something that it was originally called Changing Lives. And I'm an ex-professional dancer that got hurt, was paralyzed. I've had a rough life, and through those trials came the greatest thing for children. We change kids' lives. We save kids' lives through dance, and that is all children. From 3 years old all the way to adults, and we teach teachers how to teach properly. I can't say enough about our program, Jeff. I cannot say enough. We are changing the dance world.
Well, I love, her eyes are lighting up right now when she's talking about this. I want to pull up your website and scroll down the website because you've got a lot going on.
We do. We do. We have 5 companies. We have 5 companies in this empire. The moment, what you see right there is our new dance convention that is changing the dance convention and competition experience completely, 100%. It's not even the same of what's out there right now. Out there is very competitive. It's very elite. It is the kids are leaving feeling defeated, and that is not happening at my event whatsoever. It is, kids leave feeling the best versions of themselves.
Tell me your favorite story. You've been helping kids for a long time now.
Oh.
What's your favorite story of a young person whose journey changed when they met you?
I had a little girl. I have 2 of them. I have the one that sticks out to me is there was a 15-year-old, and when we went to the studio owner told us, you're going to have a hard time with her. She's been in and out of hospitals. She's one of our best dancers, but we have a hard time with her. She will not make eye contact with you. She will probably not participate. And I knew I was going to love her, and I did. And by the end of the first day, she had cried with us. She had laughed with us. She made 100% eye contact with me. And by the end of that day, she said, I want to tell you something, Miss Kim. She said, my whole life I have felt as if there's a dark cloud following me, and I didn't know why. And after being with you today, I feel like the door has opened and there is a light that I can walk through.
Wow.
After our program. After our program.
I just got goosebumps. I found a wonderful overview video. It was done a few months ago, but let's go ahead and roll that now.
Okay.
Changing Lives, the movement, is an in-studio dance experience, but it's so much more than that. We're doing things that nobody does. We're going in and we're working from the inside out with the dancer. I feel like every child deserves to be noticed. Every child deserves to be recognized. And I think dance is a great outlet, and it's a great opportunity for self-empowerment and self-improvement, because it's not about who's the most talented in the room. It's always about being yourself and being excellent and comfortable in your own skin. My teachers do that. They provide a space where the kids feel vulnerable and content and confident in who they are as people. From there, we can go on and build them as dancers. We have an incredible faculty lineup of highly accredited dancers and choreographers. Everyone is so different, but we all have the same goals in mind. And that is to give the most amazing, positive, uplifting experience to every single dancer that comes into our classroom. They are so highly educated and they are so highly knowledgeable of their craft and their genre, but it's just the way that they mentor kids and that they value each minute of their time in that classroom spent, which makes them incomparable to anybody else, in my opinion. What we're talking to the kids about is that hard work and that dedication and keeping that when we leave, for the studio owner, for the teachers. Changing lives is an incredible experience, but only if it stays after we leave for the studio. And that's our goal and that's our mission, is to walk alongside these studios in their journey to make their brand as successful as possible for not just one weekend, but for many years to come. So it's not just about us coming in and doing master classes. It's my faculty working alongside their faculty to achieve a specific goal for this weekend. And that is to change the dance world for a really positive and uplifting experience for every single dancer that walks in the room. It's magic to watch us come together. It's something you can't describe unless you've experienced. Changing lives is awesome.
And I love the way you interact with young people, because you really have a bond with them. There was a clip that I saw where you're teaching them to pop the negativity bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, tell that story.
Well, I speak to each of the kids so differently. They've called me the kid whisperer, and I love it. I become that age with them. And I think all of us have a problem with just focusing on the negativity in our lives. You know, I've had a lot of tragedy, and I'm very grateful for that because it allows me to focus on what I have in my life. And I tell those kids, you know, the second negativity pops out, you pop that negative bubble. Just pop it. Focus on that positive. And I tell those teenagers when they walk in, you know, there is so much that they are worth. They're enough when they walk in. That's the thing with us. The second they walk in with me, they are enough. And I want parents to focus on that too with their kids.
And there's something magical, wouldn't you agree, Kim, about dance? I mean, since the beginning of mankind, we have danced, right?
Yeah.
There's something about the music. It's something about the rhythm. It's different than like if you were teaching art class.
Yeah. You know, a psychiatrist told me one time, it was a psychologist, I work with psychologists as well, it has the word motion in it. Emotion has the word motion in it. You gotta move. You gotta move all that out of your body. And kids love it. Whether it's just them having fun, or if it's a release of their emotion, or if it's happy or sad or whatever it is, they love it. They've got to get it out of their body. And dance is one of the most incredible things you can put your children in, boy or girl. And I think it just creates excellence. If you put them in with an incredible teacher, an incredible educator that loves them and sees the best in them and meets them where they are, and then takes them to greatness.
Well, you are absolutely brilliant. You are inspiring me right now. We've got some video, and I want you to kind of narrate what we're watching here as we put this on.
Oh, that is Cassidy Bright. She is one of our hip hop educators. She's one of the best in the country. She has worked with Post Malone, Ariana Grande, you know, Justin Bieber, and we are there doing we did a free class here for the moment. But look at these kids.
Oh,
they're flying. There's no judgment in the room. They're just loving themselves, learning. Look at her. She's so happy. We gave this girl $100. I went to the ATM and pulled out $100. Just threw it on the floor. I'm like, if you dance as hard as you can, I'll give you $100. And they were like, you're kidding me. I said, no. We try to make it as fun as possible for the kids, because here's the deal. They go in already, Jeff, judging themselves, and we judge ourselves too. What if we just loved ourselves enough? And that's what I'm trying to teach them.
Tell me why every time you talk about this, your eyes just get misty. Why is this so to your core?
Because here's the deal. We get one chance at life. And I want these kids to know how great they can be. And I want parents to know that we get one chance to be their mom and their dad. And don't we all just want them to love themselves unconditionally, right? And that's what we're teaching them in my class.
Well, you and I are going to both be in tears here.
I know. I know. I just think we teach them at KM Agency. This is what we do better than anybody. We teach those kids to love themselves unconditionally when they leave our space.
And
bottom line.
And you have some amazing testimonials. Let's go ahead and roll one.
Yeah.
What has been your experience with KM Agency so far?
We started with KM Agency because we really wanted to take our competition program to the next level. And with having Kim into the studio before, we thought she was the perfect fit with KM Agency to come in and just guide us on those decisions, to give us the confidence to make sure we're on the right track to grow the program in the way we wanted to. And the connections that she can offer us are amazing. The things that her and Shannon and the team here at KM Agency can do for us have just been that little touch of what we need to really take the program in the studio and really grow it to the level we want it to be at. So we're excited.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, tell me a little bit more about the young lady we just saw.
She is one of our VIP clients. And what KM Agency did, and I'll tell you, God has had his hand in this. And I sold my home and everything in it to start this company. Because I knew that I could do something great. And when COVID hit and studios started going down, I did this to change every studio and help every studio be great. She's one of our clients that we go in and we just help. What we're doing has not been done in the dance world yet. It has not been done. And I know that I can do it because I'm showing my 2 little daughters that their mom's gonna do something big.
Wow.
And that's my point. So I would love the whole world to support us. Just go to KM Agency and watch us.
And you have a big event coming up.
We do, in Dallas. It's our first Moment event in Dallas. It's coming up in January. Just go to kmagency.com, go to all of our socials, watch what we're doing, watch our testimonials, watch the names that are coming into our event. It's the biggest in the dance industry, hearing what we're doing and how we're changing lives, and it's just daily.
Wow.
Daily on our socials. KM Agency Dance and the Moment Dance Experience. Just follow us.
Wow, you are such an inspiration.
Thank
we have
you.
to have you back soon. It's kmagency.com, and we also have another website, KimMcSwain.com.
Yeah.
They both go to the same place. So thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.